and welcome back. Today I'm going to share a bit about the EDS HSD awareness challenges. I waited to post this and to video it until I went to listen to the conference they had today about EDS awareness and raising awareness, in case there was anything I wanted to include from that. That's why today's video is late. So the first challenge for the month of May is to share your journey. And as I did that in the previous video, I figured I'd just jump on to number 2, which is Flare Day, and sharing what your flares are like, what you do to combat them, things like that. So in November of 2017, I realized my blood sugar was getting a lot worse. And by January of 2018, it was really bad, to the point where my doctor had said, no exercise, nothing, till we know what's going on. And it actually took till I got diagnosed with EDS and then got in with a doctor to be able to figure out what was going on. At that point, I was put on Zenpep. And between that and realizing that I had sleep apnea from an upper airway, my upper airway just kept collapsing randomly, especially when I was really tired. Luckily, my sleep doctor with that was able to get me a CPAP without having to go through the sleep study, because we were able to prove that it was to the insurance company that it was happening. From there, building back up stamina is a really slow process. Some days I'm a lot better than others. Other days, it's especially when there's a sickness going around my house or things like that, which is actually more common in my house, as all my kids also have EDS. So we all get sick easier than most people and easily give it to one another. So those days you just have to say, hey, I'm taking care of my body, and that's the best thing I can do at the time. Luckily, I have a very understanding spouse and, of course, kids, because they themselves go through it. So that's what we do when we're sick, is it's an acknowledgement that we can't do near what we would otherwise. And then even for a couple days after we get better, we have to slowly ramp back up so that we aren't pushing too hard. Another thing is something I brought up earlier in one of the other videos, and that is that you do what you can, but if you're feeling exhausted, you need to stop. In fact, you need to stop before you get exhausted. As we have come to that realization, we're able to do more and more, and the flare days have gotten less and less frequent. That's what works for my family. Whether that'll work for other families or not, it depends, because each person is different, and what causes their flares are different, and what is needed to remedy their flares is different. With one thing that we have had flares with is allergies or sensitivities to certain foods, etc. And often it's a trial and error of trying to figure out which one thing set it off, and if it's always going to set it off, or if it's a one-time thing. Generally, with my family so far, it's been a consistent thing. I now wonder how much of it may be digestive issues that is causing the symptoms and the flares. But I'm the only one that has been put on Zenpep, because the others aren't bad enough yet to require that course of treatment, according to my doctor. So I thought I'd share that with you, and I will see you on Friday. Thank you. Bye.